Ciao a tutti, sono a Milano da 6 settimane. Molti pazzo. It's very crazy that it's been 6 weeks that I've been here in Milan. I am doing another update, and this past month has been actually so crazy. I cannot believe it's already March. I have been trying to keep up with all my updates for sure in my journals and everything, but there's so much that doing the video it's taken a while to get to it. But in this journal, this is my calendar that I made. I have a section where I've been trying to put some of my monthly highlights. So I'm going to start with some of that. Like I said, this past month has been crazy. A lot of new changes. I'm really starting to enjoy the city. I'm starting to see it as such a blessing to be here, and it's so different, and I'm really starting to like the difference, which is very surprising. One of the most surprising things that I think being here has taught me. But this month I got to go and see the Olympics, which was so amazing. I went to a women's ice hockey game. It was the United States versus Switzerland. United States won. Let's go. And then the United States women's ice hockey team went on to win the Olympics. They beat Canada. And that was incredible. So I can technically say I saw an Olympic champion team. And the energy there was just so amazing. The stadium was massive, and there were so many Americans, and it really was an amazing. My competitive sports side definitely came out in that. I've traveled quite a bit since our last update. Last update, I was going to Como, and now I've gone to Como, Florence, and Rome, and Bologna. So quite a bit of traveling. I also am like cooking more. I'm trying to get better at baking. Low key, the past 2 times I baked blueberry muffins and I made like lemon muffins. They weren't that good, but they were not bad either. They were pretty good. Definitely, the blueberry ones were better than the lemon ones. I didn't put butter in the lemon ones, and I think that's like a big reason. They're very dry, so it's okay though. I'm getting better and I'm really enjoying it. It's becoming like my Mondays and Wednesdays are pretty packed with classes. I start class at 10:55 and then I go to my internship and I don't get home until about 8 p.m. So it's a pretty long day for me, both of those days, but it's been very fun. And so now my Tuesdays and Thursdays are more, I can relax and catch up a little bit more, doing homework and just enjoying life for sure. I do still have my internship in the evenings, but it's okay. And I have classes, just not as back to back and not as long. But I've been enjoying doing the cooking a lot. And I actually also cooked broccoli for the first time. I made rice and broccoli, and it was super fun. I bought the broccoli at an open market, and I got it for so cheap. I literally think I spent like 50 cents, like US. So very good price just for like a thing of broccoli, and that I cooked, and it's lasted me 3 meals. So very cool. It wasn't that good either, but I'm having so much joy in doing things that I have never really done. I'm really leaning into that. I'm trying to. Because I think this past month, God has really showed me to really step into my purpose and exploring that. I feel like I've always had, oh, I want to do this, but I've never really implemented that. And I think I'm getting way better at doing that for sure. And I'm trying more, it's so much fun. And I'm finding so much joy in that, in trying new things. I've also been leading a Bible study, started just last week, and it's been so fun. I feel like that has also pushed me to plan and read my Bible even more and study it. And it's been incredible. God is just so good, and I'm enjoying my church so much. It's such a safe place, and it's so encouraging seeing how much of a presence God is here in Milan, and through the students in my program and through the church that I've been attending. It's been incredible. This was super fun. My internship seminar class. So I have my internship and then I have a class for it with other students that are in other internships. And my group presented this week, and I had them play imposter, which was so fun. If you guys know me, definitely my family knows, but my favorite game is Mafia. Favorite. You just have a deck of cards and you have to like vote off people on who's killing and who's the mafia, and you have other roles, and it's my favorite game. So I told my group that I really wanted to incorporate some kind of like game like that, interactive game, and definitely that class, so many of them, it's so different from Grinnell, because in Grinnell it's like everybody is excited to learn. I don't know. There's a different Grinnellian energy, which I really, really love. I found that out being here and around non-Grinnellians. But some of them in that class, it's very hard to like get the pull, to get them to talk and interact. And this game, I was like, this will get people talking. So it went very well, and I loved it so much. It felt like I was reliving all my favorite things from the States and bringing it here. This is very surprising. So if you guys know me, I've never dated anyone. I've been single my whole life. And I feel like God is changing my mindset so much about certain things and he's also giving me almost a bird's eye view of where I was literally just a few weeks ago and where I am now. And in that, I've found so much contentment with my singleness for like the first time, maybe ever. Like, I feel like it is maybe a cultural thing. In America, everyone is in a relationship. You start dating at like 14, I swear. Like, everybody is. So I often felt like left out, and like, I don't know. I always was struggling with these thoughts that, why is it not me? Why is it not me? And I feel like God has protected me so much in that way of keeping me single, because right now I'm really enjoying the singleness very much, because I mean, I don't even know what I want, in a future spouse, but through this period in the season I'm in right now, I feel like I am growing so much, and I'm enjoying just having this one-on-one time with God, prioritizing that, because I know that he's getting me ready to be a wife. I know he knows that's a desire in my heart, and I don't have to dwell on the fact that like I don't have any options, I guess, right now. No contenders in the moment, but he's really working me through that, and that's something I just wanted to share real quick. Also, I went to a bowling game night with the other homestay students and families. Your girl got second place and I won as a prize like a little tote bag and Kinder chocolates. They put me on. Like, Russell, my little brother, was always obsessed with those when we were younger, and I think he still is. He loves chocolate. But he was always obsessed with them, and I never got into it because I think they have hazelnut in them usually. I'm not a fan of hazelnut, and I got like so much of that candy from winning the second place. I ate it, and now I'm like obsessed with it. And then whenever I was in Rome, I went to a gelato place that had Kinder flavored. I got that. Literally so amazing. I loved it so much. But it's so funny that some little things like that, now I'm on like craving chocolate all the time. But it was so good. With the Bologna trip, I went and spent my Galentine's Day talking about singleness. I went with two of my girlfriends, and it was so fun, so rejuvenating being with them. And I mean, we just explored the city. It was raining that day, which kind of sucked, but in a way, everyone had these umbrellas and it looked so aesthetic. I loved it. And then also, it's just like things have been on the ups lately. In my classes, I know first few weeks were pretty rough. I felt very much behind compared to the other students in my class, but in technique wise, but now I'm really starting to settle in, and now I actually also am going to be maybe conducting one of my classes. It's called the Music Performance Workshop, and it's like a chamber class where we have choir, there's only like maybe 8 people in the choir, but small choir, and then soloists, violinists, pianists, like all you can think of. And we're having a midterm concert in 2 weeks, which is so scary because it's so close. But I think I will be conducting in it. My first ever time conducting. So wish me luck. Hopefully it goes well. I'm very excited for it. I just mentioned I didn't even mention to my teacher. I mentioned it to my advisor, and I'd said, like, is there any way I can get some conducting experience? Because I don't have any. And then immediately the next day, my teacher came up to me and was like, I heard you want to conduct. And then he was like, hey, at the end of class, hey, Kunmi, can you conduct this? And I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy that he's like already immediately implementing this. But it was really fun, and I might be doing a real song for the midterm, which is so exciting. In that concert for the class, I'm also going to be singing a Russian song. I have sang Russian in choir back in Grinnell Singers. We sang a song in Russian before. And I am very nervous about this because it's in a very different key. And it is very fun though. I'll be singing, I think there's 2 of us singing the same line, and I think we're gonna do like something with like spatial awareness, like maybe one at one half of the room, one at the other, and singing at each other. And I don't know, we're gonna figure out the logistics, but that'll be very fun. And then I'm also planning to sing a German song. Your girl does not speak any of these languages, by the way. I am learning Italian, but I will be learning this German song. It's a little folk song. It's not too hard on notes. It's the words that are hard. But there are so many people here speaking German. My teacher speaks German. My dad speaks German. My homestay mom speaks German. Like, I'm going to get good at it, and I've got 2 weeks to prepare. So it's going to be fun, though. I'm very excited. And also for my staging Italian opera class, I have 2 duets and an aria, solo aria, and I'm one of the like main characters. Let's go. I'm Susanna. We're structuring it around the opera Le Nozze di Figaro, and Susanna is like one of the main characters. So it's very fun. I'm super excited. That for the midterm, we're just doing like a test and just singing our arias, performing them. And then we're having the final performance in May. So got some time with that, but it's super fun. Voice lessons are going well. I'm still struggling with trying to sound operatic, but I mean, that's gonna come. I have really high hopes, and I feel like looking back at where I have come from, this experience is really growing me as a musician, which is great, and especially developing that tone. My voice teacher is very, very talented. So with these solo trips, really quick, I'm learning new things every trip. I'm learning new hacks. Like, I will tell you this little story. This past weekend, I went to Rome. Incredible. I loved Rome. It was so pretty. It was like its own culture, very separate from Milan. Like, I personally feel like I could live in Milan. I do not think I could live in Rome. But I did. I fell for a touristy scam, which kind of sucked. They just like almost triple charged me for something. But I got to see Vatican City, and like I said, God is working on my mindset and thinking of the positives. All this traveling, I'm learning every time, and I'm gaining experience, which is great. And honestly, like I said, I got overcharged bad. I'm hoping that guy, maybe he needed to feed his family or something, and he really needed the money, and he did see that we were very nice people. So hopefully it works out for the best, and I believe God. It's in God's hands. I'm not worried about it, but I did fall for it. Got to see Vatican City and the Colosseum, Roman Forum, Trevi Fountain, all the sites. It was amazing. Walked like 35,000 steps. My legs were dead that first day, but it was super cool. And I went with one of my friends who I hadn't traveled with yet, and it was an amazing time for sure. I stayed in my first hostel as well, which it was like not bad at all. I was with 2 random people, and one of them was like, we talked quite a bit. She was from Mexico City, running the half marathon there. So it was very cool meeting them, and the room was very nice. I did learn that, well, I forgot to bring my charging block. I brought my cord, I brought my portable charger, and I brought my adapter. Did not bring the block. So I definitely learned from that next time I travel to bring that for sure. Also the week before I went to Florence, I did a day trip and it was very nice. Super touristy. Most touristy spot I've gone so far. But I got a Florence leather purse, which they're known for their leather, and it was very fun. I went with one of my best friends from my college, and so it was really nice spending time with her. Way before, my very first trip was Lake Como, which was very nice. I would really like to go back when it's a little hotter, and definitely Star Wars was filmed there. The wedding scene with Padme and Anakin, and I would love to see that place. It was closed for the winter. Now I'm gonna show a little bit one of my strategies of keeping track of everything and keeping a journal. Of course, I've been journaling by hand, writing, but I've also been keeping this junk journal, and when I come back, I would love to make maybe a video or show people for sure all my things, and it's been super fun. I actually do also have a friend who also junk journals, and just this morning we met up and we worked on our journals together. So there's so many things in here and so many random receipts, and I think the beauty of this is this was Lake Como. The beauty of this though is that whenever, like, even though to some people it just like is random stuff, like if you ask me, there is a story behind any of these things, which is really fun. This is Bologna. Yeah, I'm really learning the importance of like student discounts as well. Almost every place in Europe has them if you just ask. So this was Florence. Yeah, this is just, it's so fun keeping track of everything, especially bonding with my one friend. And then Rome was like so many things because we stayed there. We took a night bus. So Thursday night we left. We got there at 6 a.m. the next day, Friday. Spent all of Friday, spent the night, and then spent all the day Saturday there, and then headed back that evening and got back to Milan Sunday morning. But Rome was super long, so I did 3 pages for it. But this has been so fun to keep up with, and especially it's a great opportunity to hang out with my friend because we're gonna, I think, try to make it a weekly thing because it's super fun. She's been doing a lot of traveling and I love hearing about hers. But yeah, this weekend I'm staying in Milan because I do feel like with all this traveling, I have gotten a little burnt out. I do think Milan has so much to offer. Like, this city is so amazing and I've really enjoyed it. I haven't even explored maybe a fifth of it. So I'm really excited to just take it easy this weekend. I'm planning to go see like an opera, I think, with my host family. And then end of this month, I might be going to the La Scala Theater, which is so amazing. That's like the most famous opera house maybe in the world. I don't know, but it's very famous opera house. So I'm really hoping to get to go there. And yeah, taking it easy this weekend and enjoying the city. I'm going to try to go and explore it, but not go too crazy because I definitely need the rest. But I was just talking with my sister Ashley the other day, and it was super funny. I feel like I have to mention, but she noticed that like this is her sweater. This is her sweater that she left with us so many years ago. And it's so crazy that it's like traveling the world. I don't know, that's just crazy to think about. And I feel like when I was talking to her, it just makes me remember like the importance of family and talking with friends and things, especially being here. I feel like I love the traveling. I've really started leaning into the joy of this and discovering myself and really pushing my relationship with God and my walk in my faith, and changing my mindset about certain things. But it's really important to also speak with my friends and family and stay connected with them, because I am nervous about the culture shock going back very much. But yeah, anyways, that's a little update. Today at my internship, I'm going to be teaching the older class, like the 13-year-olds, the song Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish, and I'll be conducting that and teaching that session, which I am so excited about. It's my first like real one. I've taught the 6 and 7-year-olds one of their songs. I've taught them a dance to it, and it's very fun getting these opportunities. My boss is amazing at my internship, and she's teaching me so much and letting me implement it as much as I can. So I'm very excited, and it's been an amazing time so far. I'm gonna get better at cooking and baking. That's one of my goals. I've found so much joy in it, and I know I can do it. I've got the Lucy Rainey genes inside of me. So anyways, but thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Buona giornata. Ciao.